The furniture company, the big story behind it is actually a really sad one at the same time. Because I started this company with my dad. The idea came about like 2 years ago. And then almost a year ago now, my dad passed away due to a stroke, like from one second to another. Healthy man, 57 years old, no alcohol, like, athletic, just gone. And I was still here in Bali, trying to go back to Berlin on time, couldn't make it.
This was after lockdowns.
This is after lockdown.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was last year in August.
Wow.
Yeah. Like 2 weeks before his birthday. And then obviously like the whole idea, the whole company, the idea of us like building this family business was just like on pause, And then I took care of my mom. I went back to Berlin for a little while, really was there like to help her to transition to this new life. Because for me here, it was a little bit easier because I already have my own life. I live somewhere else. I don't have a daily routine with him. For her, that's like her whole life changed completely. So I wanted to make sure she's kind of okay. And I'm very proud like how she handles this whole thing. But then it was actually my mom who brought it up again. It's like, I think we should still do it. I was like, yes, I think you're right. Because now continuing with this company, Deep Wood, which I'll tell you a little bit about what that actually is in a second. For me, it's like continuing to live his legacy through this company, through those products. And that's why now it's way more like a heartfelt, passionate business than just a business.
Yeah.
There's so much more intention and meaning and purpose behind it.
Yeah. And that's why I wanted to ask you, because I feel like most of the best businesses are the ones that have that heart in it, pardon the pun, like that have that that deep intention behind it, like have a real story behind it, because we live in a world now where anybody can start a Amazon business and, they're being told they can become a millionaire in 7 months and 3 days or whatever it is people are being sold, but they're not necessarily sustainable. And it's as soon as you stop working, it's gone. The best businesses in the world are the ones that make an impact. You can feel that in the brand. You can feel that in the business. You can feel that in the way that the people show up. That resonates.
Yeah.
So it's I like these stories. I don't like the sad part of it, but having that heart in the business. So however people can find that. I think it's a powerful asset in a brand.
I stopped watching news 8, 9, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Because what I realized is more or less everything that we receive through media, through TV, through like newspapers and whatnot, it's all fabricated, So I just realized, why do I want to watch, read, or listen to something that I already know it's not the truth? And yes, of course, there's like partially a little bit of truth in there, but overall, it's like we're getting programmed and conditioned in a way like what serves someone else, not like to present us really what's going on. So then like me living in my own little universe and like being more present with the stuff that's going on in my world, just in my opinion, is way more healthy than like worrying about all the things that I don't have any control over anyway. And then the Australian thing is pretty big because like, yes, my little one, he's in Australia and we had to like give them documents and like ask for permissions and get exemptions and all kind of stuff for them to even be able to leave the country, which is crazy. And when I told my mom about it, she was like, that's like back in, east of Germany, living in communism where we were not allowed to do anything without asking the government. I was like, yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
And people are like happy about it because they feel like they're free. They don't have to wear masks like in some areas of Australia. But they give them everything that they possibly can. It's like, okay, yeah, please do anything that you want with me as long as I feel like you take care of me.
Yeah.
I was like, how is someone taking care of you if they tell you exactly what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do? I don't get it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
Full brainwash.
Yeah. But, and what I'm hearing in that, the fact that you've removed yourself from any media, et cetera, is a lot of people would comment on that and say, okay, well, you're delusional. You're, removed from reality, and it's selfish not to live in your own world and not care about what's happening in the world, right? Comment on that, because I have my own thoughts about that, and my own thoughts are, we can't serve the greater good. We can't serve humanity unless we're protective of ourselves and we look after ourselves. That's the first thing. But I also think when enough of the collective do that, well, then that's how we actually change humanity and we actually evolve as a species.
Yeah.
What's your take on that?
Let me explain that with an example that obviously we had in Berlin, because like the country was divided and the city was like basically east and west, right, with the wall. And what happened after the war came down and the country was reunited, this only happened because all the people together went on the streets and protested. Mm-hmm. Right now, that's not really happening. We're listening to the people that are controlling us, and they tell us what to do and what not to do, and we're just following. So me removing myself a little bit more from that field actually allows me more to make an impact and like help people to wake up. And it's like, no, there's something else. You don't have to trust everything that you hear from somewhere else. Like make your own research. That doesn't mean like I'm not researching at all. That doesn't mean like, no, like there's no newspaper, there's no TV, no. I mean, obviously I don't watch any TV, but like, it's not like, no, this is evil. But just be a little bit more conscious about like, what are you actually listening and watching?
What do you see is the pattern in women, which I assume is going to be the same for men, that is missing from themselves, that stops them from finding love or being able to give love or be in a lasting relationship?
Okay. I think one of the most important things that are missing is, one, a lot of clarity, mostly around like their red flags. And then two, communication. Women love to communicate, like in general. Men, not so much. We'd rather like keep our mouth shut. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, they're not really voicing what's going on, especially in combination with like a man. So if something is not right, if something doesn't feel right, if like, whatever kind of values are not aligned with them, they don't really speak up. Or if they do, then it's not in a productive or in a efficient kind of way that the man actually can receive that as well. Yeah. So the container of communication is just not set properly.
Yeah.